Okay, so hey everyone, today we're going to be diving into Reactor, our sound design platform of choice. When you open up Reactor, you're going to see several different options. And today, in today's session, we're going to be looking and exploring sound design magic in just a few minutes. Today we're going to show you how to create a unique punchy bass line from scratch using Reactor. If you're a music producer, sound enthusiast, stick around and we're about to learn something amazing. So, we're going to start off by working with an 8-step sequencer, a filter, and a few other goodies, and we're going to dive right in. So when you open up Reactor, you're going to have three different options. One is the play option, one is the patch option, and one is the build option. So we're going to open up the build option today, and we're going to start off, we're going to grab our note in, and that's going to be our starting point. So we're going to go to util, note in, bring that into our session, and then we're going to connect up an 8-step sequencer. So that 8-step sequencer is going to give us some pitch information and allow us to sequence our sounds. So now I'm going to add in a filter. That's our next component. And then I'm going to add in the last piece really shortly. So first we're going to start off, we're going to build with these pieces and get to it. So now I'm going to connect up an oscillator, and that will be the sound source for our sequencer. So we bring in an oscillator. I'm going to connect up just a few things here just so we can start rolling. Oscillator filter, and we should get a basic sound out of this. So if we just connect our amp and turn up the volume, let's just do that so we can get our basic sound, so I can show you what that sounds like. And we've got our basic sound going. So from here, we're going to build it out. So with our basic sound, we're going to turn that into a bass sound. So let's add a second oscillator. And we're going to add in a mix so we can blend both sounds together. So I'm going to disconnect that. I'm going to mix them together. And now we've got something that has both oscillators, oscillator 1 and oscillator 2. So I'm going to name my oscillators just for clarity. And then we're going to begin to mix them in. So I'm going to turn back up our amp. It's already up. So the reason we can't hear anything is because we don't have any volume. So I'm going to bring the volume up on our mix for both oscillators. And then we're going to reorganize our panels so that it makes sense according to how we're using our modules and the order of signal flow. So that looks like that. Our mix goes before after our oscillators. So it should look something like that. That looks much more clean. And then we can begin manipulating our sound for some extra flavor by detuning the second oscillator maybe and giving us a bass line. So we're going to pitch it down. To give us somewhat of a bass sound. And then we're going to tweak our sounds to give us more of a sound that we want. So we layered in our second oscillator for our bass line to give it a more harmonically rich sound. And now we're going to tune our notes and maybe add some quantizer. So let's connect up our pitch to our step sequencer, and then we're going to add in a clock so that we can control this. So that's going to be connected to the gate. and our pitch is going to be connected to our note in pitch. We're going to run our clock. It's feeding in. Okay, so that means it's working. Just testing it out. So we got a bass sound going with 8-step sequencer using clock information. So now we're gonna make it more harmonically rich and make it sound a little more powerful. So we've added a little groove with this. Gonna change the velocities. And then I'm going to add some effects to finish it off. Let's add a little distortion. Make it really pop a little bit. Because usually our basses are a little bit more dirty. So that gives our bass some grit. We can then manipulate our sound even further, dialing that in, the drive and the frequency. A little bit of trial and error, experimenting with what you like to hear. So I'm liking this. I'm gonna filter the frequencies a little bit. Add a little resonance. Maybe some portamento. And maybe I'll automate this because why not? So we're gonna go back to the LFO, go back to Bento Box collection, go into our util, Bento Box, add an LFO. I want to modulate this filter. And I like that a lot more. So there you have it. In just a few minutes, we went from a blank patch to a powerful bass line and groove. And if you found this helpful, hit that like and subscribe button for more quick sound design tutorials. And if you want to dive deeper into mastering sound design, check out my course, details in the description. And next time, we'll turn this bass line into a full groove, maybe in a track, so stay tuned. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Peace out.